So it's time to work on our payment page, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring up our mockups or the wireframes to see what we have. So what I had in mind for this page is to allow the user to see their payment options or their payment cards that they've added with the ability to choose which one's the primary one, as shown with this little check mark over here. So they can choose between their different payment options, or they can go ahead and add a new one. And if you remember, as an exercise, an assignment for you, I want to have you design that payment page where the user will go ahead and input the credit card information into that page. And now I'll give you more details on what you need for that assignment. But before we get to that, let's design this payment page together. So what we want here is simply a rectangle showing the last 4 digits of that card, and then a little check mark to indicate that this is the primary card. Selected, we need a plus over here, back icon, and an add button on the bottom. So let's get going. Let's open up XD. We have our payment page. Let's go ahead and get rid of this title over here and change our large title to payment. And for the back button here, we're just going to write back. We already have a plus icon over here, which is great. And so now we're going to go ahead and design a rectangle here, and I'm going to make this one about 65 pixels in height. If you don't exactly have 65 pixels, you can go ahead and let go at any point and use command and the arrow keys to either shorten or make your rectangle taller. And you can do the same thing with the right arrow key to make it longer, or the left arrow key to make it shorter. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and make this rectangle 29 pixels from each side. So let's use the command, the arrow keys to move that around until we have that portion that we want. I think that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and round the borders and set the border corner radius to 10. And I'm going to give the background the accent 1 color. And then I'm going to add a text in here. And using the Alt and the 8 key, I'm going to generate these dot icons, and then just type in 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that's kind of representing the last 4 digits of the card. That's typically how it's shown in apps. So we can go ahead and also give our text there. Let's do the body 1 medium and change the font color to an accent 3. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the right side over here and right align it as it is. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that text, put it on the left. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and left align it. And we're just going to write what this card is. So we're going to do Visa. And instead of a little check mark, I'm actually thinking we can go ahead and just write whether this is the primary card over here. So why don't we move this up, duplicate this text, bring it down, and use the caption text style up here. We're going to go ahead and change the color to the accent 3. And in here, we're going to write primary in all caps, like so. And I'm just going to go ahead and align these to the middle and have 25 pixels from the left side over here. So I think that looks good. We're going to go ahead and group these together by dragging across and selecting Command G. And let's go ahead and just move it up a little bit over here. Duplicate that, bring it down here. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and remove this primary and bring the Visa down. So this way the user knows which one's their primary card. And if they want to make this card primary or another card primary, they can go ahead and select that one. And in the payment detail page, they can go ahead and make that primary if they'd like. Or we can even do something where they can select the card and an action sheet like this one can pop up asking them whether they want to replace that as their default method of payment. So the options there are really endless. But for now, we have our payment page sort of completed here. We just need a button at the very bottom for them to add a new card. So let's go ahead and find the button, drag one across the middle, and align it to the bottom with 35 pixels from the bottom, and change this button text to add card. So they can add a card by clicking that one. And so now I'm going to give you that assignment on putting together the payment page. So I do suggest you take a look at a few different examples or inspirations to come up with that payment page. One we have open up over here from Deliveroo on Mobin. And so here you can see we have a card number, and of course you can add other fields such as the name of the card holder, the expiry date, the CVV, and so on. So take a pause here, Google a few mobile payment page to get inspiration. So yeah, with that said, I'll leave that page up to you. And if you do want my feedback, you can send it to helloclever@gmail.com, and I'll provide you with feedback as well. And you can go ahead and upload your project, and I'd love to take a look. But yeah, feel free to take a pause here, work on that page. You can go ahead and duplicate your artboard over here and place it maybe somewhere else, maybe up here or somewhere else. And once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to our location page.